One of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing, Penix. Pass is caught, that's Darnell Mooney. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Here's Robinson up the middle. Makes a cut to the right sideline. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Staying with Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throwing for the pistol, Penix. It's into the hands of Mooney. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third down, it's Penix. The left side is caught by Pitts. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets got some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down. Now a give running right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Hits his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. This is ahead for about 5. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's 3rd and less than a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Raiders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. That one's complete to London. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Penix here from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Again, following the set. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at third and very long. Penix working from the gun. It is caught left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing off the play fake here. Vacates quickly left side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
2nd and goal from the 9 here. Here's Penix to throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Raiders have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Sending a receiver left. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
This ball's cut by Bowers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. He's on the move. Now here he goes. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Rolling out to his left. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know he'll never shy away from embracing contact on a play right up the gut. Come on. You know getting that toss in the open field is so much more fun. And on that play, well, certainly more exciting for all of us to watch, too.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Headed out right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. This from just 23 yards away. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders with a long ways to go for a score. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
It's the pick of the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 4. Able to hit Robinson. Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Penix now on 1st down. Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 1-score game before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Setting up a throw. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Quan Jones with the tackle on that play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They'll throw on 1st. Gets it to him on the screen. He has room past the 25. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Gotta be a pretty good actor. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stays in the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Falcons will take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing Penix. It's into the hands of Mooney. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. Into the secondary past the 40. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Here's Penix. Finds a man right side. Escapes a defender. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Robinson on the inside give. Is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it to the end zone. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They're going play action. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. They'll run here on 1st down. No one around. He's got space. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown. This might be a free play for him. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. All right, now another opportunity to convert this 2-point try. Keeping it on the ground. And he is stopped. Wow, a bit surprising after he just burned this defense. But he doesn't make it across, and the 2-point try fails. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. An option give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 38. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, here's Penix. He finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Running left is Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 13. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take a 3rd quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons take a slim 2-point lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Forced out to his right. Now he's going deep right. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked up on 1st down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here's a give up the middle. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. He throws a bullet down the right side. He's got it deep downfield. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Complete here to Bowers. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Tucker now in motion right. Here he is to throw on. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. The 50. 30. Into the red zone. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now.
Raiders 19. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Got a man, it's Mayer. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Running for the marker on second. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From midfield now. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Buys time, rolling right. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
And he hauls it across for the Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Falcons will have a first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Penix on first down. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Penix now on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Another try following the sack. Into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Raiders have some new life in the fourth.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without true interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
To throw here on first down. Complete. It's Myers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders trail by a couple. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action on first. Flushed out of the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here he is to throw. This ball's cut by Bowers. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders have taken the lead late. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders jump in front now by 5. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Pitts brings it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Setting up to pass. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Back to throw. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And again, it's Penix. Fits it through the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 22. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Penix working from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. The Black Hole can take that.